So what are you doing? It is, let's see, what time is it? Almost 8 o'clock, about 5 minutes to 8. And I was hoping that I could get to go out and have you come with me. And I'm going to go out, but I'm just hoping that you're going to be able to hear me. I've tried it, so far it's been 4 times, and it hasn't worked. And I've tested everything on the mic, on the connection between the mic and the camera, on the phone. I've checked, I think, everything so far anyway. I'm sure there'll be more if it doesn't work, but anyway, I hope you can hear me, you guys. I have told you over and over about what changes I've done on the quad in those videos. In 3 of those videos, I said it 3 different times. Just talked for 28 minutes on what I've done to this thing and how great it is and everything, and it didn't work. And I did it three times. Morning. And I'm getting kind of tired of this thing not working. Very frustrating. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, this is kind of a test run. So we'll talk about the quad like I always do. How awesome it is, because it is. It's especially awesome now that I've got it all hooked up and raring to go. It's crazy. But I won't go in depth about all the wiring and all the stuff that I've done to it the past, month or so. Because I want to make sure that the video actually goes through and works and everything. Then the next video, I will tell you all about all the electrical and all that stuff. I'm sure I'll tell you a little bit about it today because I won't be able to help it, but Anyway, I did all the electrical. I've got lights on the front. I've got the 3 actuators working. I've got 2 in the back, 1 in the front. I've got just all the electrical streamlined and working perfectly. I've got the radio moved to right on the boom in front of me, in between my legs, or in between my feet actually, so I can see it. Not that there's anything really to see other than the little green, whatever you call it, LED screen. I just like looking at it, and I can reach down and push it on and off and stuff like that, change modes and stuff. Good morning. But I had to extend the wiring to put it right there instead of right here beside me that I had it, and I couldn't see it beside me at all, so I didn't like that. But I was worried about that. I got this radio a long time ago. I was worried about the wiring, because they had their specific ends, their connectors on this wiring, and and it was all wire loom, so I didn't know if I could cut it and rewire it or not, and then I just gave in and did it, and yeah, it was easy as heck. So I did it. So it's up front, and the speakers work. They're right here next to my head, and this past week and a half or so has been me just riding this thing and testing out everything. The first thing I tested out and omitted was the canopy, because it acted like a parachute. and I didn't like that. I could feel it holding me back. So I took that sucker off. Oh, I was going to go back the other way. Not this way, dummy. Well, I can go back down to Rosa. All right. Don't mind me. Anyway, it's this thing is much peppier. It's Pepe is peppy. Much peppier than ever before. I mean, it's crazy. A little bit squirrely. And fun squirrely, not, crazy squirrely. There's power. I took that both those batteries off and traded over to Stevens 50 amp hour because one of those two batteries didn't work, and I just switched them with Stevens. So he has a 72 volt 40 amp hour, and I have a 72 volt 50 amp hour on mine. And just with that weight reduction on both of ours, it's going to be crazy. I haven't put his back together again, but I'm sure his is going to be awesome. The benefit to the trike will be for losing some weight will be that the weight that it's losing is up high right behind his head, and that tends to make you tip even easier. So you got to be careful. You really got to lean into all the turns and all that stuff, and he'll have to learn that. Just like I did. But it'll, the possibility of flipping is less now because there's less weight up there. So he's still got to be real careful, but because it's a trike. But the weight is less, so that's better. With me, it isn't so much. I'm sure there's some tippage issues. I mean, I still lean into turns and stuff like that. But what really the biggest difference with this thing is just peppiness. Just being able to bam, just go, instead of kind of slowly working up to speed. You can just get to speed. It's crazy. But, I'm having a good time. I'm having a super, super good time. I have been for a couple of weeks here, and I'm sorry that you couldn't come along. I just couldn't figure it out. Hopefully, this time I've figured it out, and you're hearing me okay. You're probably hearing me way too much. Probably hearing me breathe and stuff, and I'm sorry about that, but I wanted to get this sucker working so bad I couldn't even stand it. So, that's it. It's fun. It's squirrely. It maneuvers really, really well. Much, much better than before. I aligned the rear two change, which I've had, you know that. I've had issues with forever. I finally dealt with the issues and fixed them so that the chain was aligned and, everything's perfect. So I can punch it and not worry about derailing the chain, I might break the chain at some point. But that's one thing that I'm planning, and I've always planned on doing, but never have done yet, because I've never really been finished with the chain and all that. But what I plan on doing is having in the behind me in the trunk there, where tools and stuff are. I have for fixing stuff on here. I'll put a chain, one for each of the 4 chains that are on here, and that way I have a spare, so that on the side of the road, if I snap a chain and I'm not able to fix that chain, I'll have a spare, and I'll have them numbered or whatever, named or whatever, so I know where they go, and have them at the right length and everything, so that I can just, put them on. And now with the actuators that I have, I'll be able to lift the whole quad up off the ground, so that I can get under it and do that and access the chains. Because you can't just, like a recumbent trike or a bike or anything. Usually you can get at the chain just by getting down and kneeling down, and you can, mess with it. This, you can't do that. You got to get underneath it to really mess with the chain, to be able to see it and access it and everything like that. It takes a little longer. Hey, buddy. So, anyway, let's see. Is that thing still? Yeah, it's stuck in there. Just checking to make sure the mic is still stuck in there. I've got a new mount. I've got, all kinds of stuff. I figured out, I've almost got this perfect. I have this little switch that I need to take off, and I need to adjust this mount a little bit, because my side view mirror is a little bit impaired. I got to move my head about 1.5 inches, and that's, asking me to do something like that is just a little bit too much. So I got to adjust that, so I don't get any, pricks in my neck or anything. Oh, got little yippy dogs. Let's see if they yip at me. See if she hears me coming up. That'll be the kicker. Maybe they'll alert her. This big mean guy on the e-bike. Coming by you on the right, my dear. Oh, doesn't hear me. She was surprised and looked the other way. I used to feel bad about that, but I really don't anymore, because people just have their headphones in all the time. So it's not my fault they don't hear. Did you see that guy sitting down on the right-hand side? I didn't, until I turned around in that corner, and then he was just right there. I would have said, hey, you could have reached out and grabbed a tire. What was I talking about? I don't know what I was talking about. Something about the quad. Oh, the chains and stuff, yeah. But I was done with that. Coming on your left, bud. Good morning. So I omitted the top. Not because it doesn't work, because it does work. It works very well, but and I might put it on, sometime in the future. But it works for a trike or a quad that doesn't go 25 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour. It's just not. If you don't want to be held back by the parachute that it is. So I took that off, and then I had to redo all the and everything. How you doing, bud?
How you doing?
Good. How's it going for you?
Everything okay?
Good. I'm glad. It's good to see you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hello, ladies. Hello. Oh. Oh my goodness. You got a pack out today, don't you? I'm sorry, my dear. I'm sorry. Have a good day, okay? He wanted to eat me. But he was just protecting his family. She had her hands full. Super mom. Didn't see if she had a baby in the carriage or if it was just for that little boy, but still, either way. She wrangled that big ass dog. And there was another one that wasn't barking in tow. So, oh look, I think this is my friend up here. We'll have a little cuddle with the doggy. Well, what are you guys doing? Hi.
Let's get up.
What are you guys doing? Whoops.
Main highway here.
Yeah, I'll get over here.
We saw you.
How are you, my dear?
We saw you the other day, but you were trucking along. We were in the park, and you were zipping along, going that way.
Yeah. Well, lately, that's what I do.
How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing really good.
Well, that's good to hear. You're all decked out here with all fancy lights.
Yes, ma'am. I spent, well, it was down it was broken for a month and a half. It was driving me nuts.
I bet it was. That's what I was going to say.
But then I got a wild hair. I bought real cheap, $10 for 10 of these little strip lights. And I thought,
ones?
the little red ones.
Really?
The little strip ones. Yeah, they're about this long.
Uh-huh.
And about 10 inches long. And I got it home because I was going to rewire the whole thing anyway. So I was starting to do that. And then I got these lights, and I put them up, started putting them up, and then I thought, God, if I had a couple more, I could go around the other side. And I ended up buying 40 of them. And they're all over the place. And it was so friggin' tedious. Oh my God. But I did it all really well, unlike what I did originally. I mean, I did it well, but I didn't do it like I did now. I did it really, really well now. I made sure everything was waterproof, somewhat waterproof.
Yeah, good idea in case you go through any.
Yeah, I added, you know what? You probably won't care about this, but I'm going to show you anyway. I'm excited about it. So it's
really great.
It's really heavy because of the batteries. Mm-hmm. Not like before, because before it was heavy, but I just had these batteries on the right side that came with it, the little ones, right?
Okay.
And then I put the big, those run the lights now and don't run the battery, or don't run the motor.
Uh-huh.
But the big one that has the lights on the side of it down there, the big box,
yeah,
that's a big, huge 72 volt battery. and it's heavy. It weighs 47 pounds. So I can't lift this thing anymore to change a tire, to get under it, or anything like that. So what I did is I put these things on here. One here, and one here, and one that swings down on the front. And what I do is I press the button. I can't do it with my gloves. There. And they move down. And the whole back end will lift up now. Isn't that cool?
That's clever.
I just love it.
Oh my God.
And I have one on either side, and then I have one in the front. So the whole, if I need one side or the other side or both sides or whatever, I can get underneath it now.
That is very cool.
Isn't that cool?
It sure is.
I love it. That's the biggest, that's the biggest thing for me, I get like a little kid. But
I love all the lights around. I think it looks so great.
God, it was so difficult. Just the time factor, and my back and everything. It just, anyway, I'm very, very pleased with it.
See, that's when you need in your garage, you need a platform to drive up, a little ramp, and then a platform, and then have it be that height, and then you can work at this level.
I do.
Okay.
I have it's a big platform. It's probably 5 by 9 long, and I ride up on it, and then you're so sweet. I love you so much. I missed you. Oh my goodness. Yes, I missed you. Yes. And then I have a foot pedal. I hit the foot pedal, and the whole platform raises up to about waist level. So I can work on anything. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
What did you do for a living?
I managed retail all over the place.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I figured maybe you were an engineer in electronics.
No.
Oh
I've just always, been into doing stuff like that,
Yeah.
And for some reason, I've been good at it,
Well, it's nice that
I mess up lots, but...
Well, everybody does, shoot.
But, I love it.
Trained.
I just love it. You're so sweet.
Well, it looks super good.
Thank you. So
now with that bigger battery, let's see, you can go to California and back?
Pretty much. Pretty much. I've been having... Well, I found that I have a limit now. My body has a limit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a pit.
Because I could go... with the other battery that I had, I could go for 2 hours. And that was a great ride. That was, all over the place. I could go up to Sportsman Park, down Bayshore, back up Port St. Lucie, up to Jessica, Clinton Park, whatever that is, and then back around here. Now I can go for 3 hours, and I still haven't depleted the battery. The battery will stop. Well, it'll tell me that by being slower for a while to get me home.
You better get home, buddy.
Yeah. But I haven't come to that point yet. I haven't got there yet. And 3 hours, my body, I stopped because I wanted to stop. I was having fun, but I wanted to stop. You know what I mean? So that's nice. I like being able to do that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Do you? What do you think? You good boy. You're such a good boy.
You're such a ham, Connor.
You're such a good boy, yes.
I know you missed your Uncle Dean.
You're such a good boy, yes.
You haven't seen him in a long time.
Oops, I got caught. You good boy. Yes, sir. I missed you so much.
This has been the best winter for cool weather in forever.
Oh.
I don't remember us ever having this much cool weather since I've been down here.
Not at all. Not at all.
Lovely.
It's been beautiful. And I wish I would have been able to get out. I couldn't, though. But that's okay. This is beautiful. Today's going to be amazing.
Well, it's nice right now, starting out cooler.
You good boy. Yeah.
It's not cold, but I got to wear a shirt with pockets for treats and sunglasses and everything else for him, huh? My blouses don't have pockets, no. So I got to be hot so that you are comfortable.
Oh, how's the new van working?
Good. I like it real well. I'm real happy with it.
Good. I know it's not new now, but...
Well, it'll be a year old in April, the end of April.
Jeez.
Time flies, I'll tell you. It's crazy.
Are you getting used to the electronics? Have you got, working with that, or have you even messed with it?
No, I haven't even messed with it.
That's okay.
I figured, shoot, I got my radio stations.
There you go. You're all right.
I turned off that automatic stop at that automatic gas turn off every time you stop. That drives me
Oh, and then it starts. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that drives me
To
crazy.
save gas. Yeah. It would me too.
And it doesn't save that much. But it keeps kicking back in. Every time I get in the van and start it up, I've got to push the button to turn it off.
Oh, okay.
And I wish it would
They
stay
really want you to use that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very annoying. And occasionally I'll forget that I got to do it every time. And I'll be coming to a stoplight. Oh, shoot, I got to hit you so you don't stop us.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're having a good time with
It's
it.
comfortable riding.
Yeah.
Very comfortable. He's comfortable. He's in his crate, of course.
Yeah.
Got good air.
What has he been doing? Anything during the winter? Does he do anything during the winter?
Nothing special because there's nothing close by us.
Oh yeah, I found that with this. Yeah, I'd love to live in Miami. My God, not because of anything other than this kind of thing, you know?
Yep.
There's so many group rides with so many different kinds of, there's e-bike group rides, regular bike group rides. There's just all kinds of stuff where you can go out with tons of people,
Well, I should think there'd be something around here in Stewart.
In Stewart, there's some bike riders that go, I think they call themselves the Causeway Cruisers. That I'm going to go down. I bought another trailer, a smaller trailer, because I had that enclosed trailer, but it's almost the smallest one I could get. Not quite, because I had to fit both of them in, but that's for when I go with both of them, the trike and this. The smaller trailer, it's just a little itty bitty thing. I'll be able to ride around, go to Fort Pierce or go down to Stewart or something like that. I just have to get off my lazy butt and put it together.
Yeah, because for him, the sheep herding didn't work because he was playing with the sheep and
Okay.
poop, so we haven't done that.
Okay.
Mike finally said, "You're wasting money. You're paying me good money for your dog to come do this."
Yeah. That was my alarm.
Oh, time to wake up.
Oh, yes, I know, I stopped.
I'd like to.
What the heck am I doing?
I'd like to get him in scent work,
Yeah.
for his nose, but that's an hour and a half, 2 hours away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the classes.
Such a good
And unfortunately, the classes are the days I teach, Thursdays and Saturdays.
Okay.
And I can't change my days.
Such a good boy.
So he has nothing, which is not very good.
Yeah.
And then, of course, our best friends moved 2 years ago to Blairsville, Georgia, so he lost our two best human friends and his 3 dog buddies.
Yeah.
So he has nobody and no one.
You're such a good boy.
And I hate it. But not much I can do about it. To move would be overwhelming.
Yeah.
I've lived
I
in a
think
house
that
so
way too.
long, and on my own, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
no.
I've thought that way too. Because I've thought, well, maybe I want to do something different. But, God, it would be hard. It'd be really difficult. Okay. You're all right. Good boy.
Kids on bikes come up and they taunt him.